How's it going today, guys? I am here in beautiful Waterbury, Vermont. Today we are filming episode 2 of the Vermont Trail Guide series. I'm joined by my good friends Leela, Jimmy, and Sam. And today they're going to help me film this second episode. So we're gonna get changed and go show you some of the beautiful trails here at Perry Hill. So before we get started, Waterbury Area Trail Alliance would request that you park in the parking lots located on River Road. Secondly, I would highly recommend downloading the app TrailForks. This is a great resource because it shows you all the trails, routes, and reports of all the local networks. The decisions you make while riding these trails are your own responsibility. Vermont Mountain Bike Association, Waterbury Area Trail Alliance, and myself are not responsible for the choices you make while riding these trail networks. Please ride within your comfort zones, have fun, and stay safe. We're gonna check out the newly redesigned Pumptrack. Start off on the bigger one and then go to the smaller one that Leela's on. All right, so they just put a lot of work into this guy. Whoop, whoop, whoop. They did a killer job with it. Shout out to WADA for the trail work. Sweet, so now we're on the little guy here. All right, let's go ride some trails. Alrighty, so we're gonna enter the trail network here. So we're gonna go across train tracks, always look both ways, and we're gonna go through the tunnel. Woo! If you guys haven't checked out episode 1, basically what we're doing is we're gonna give you an in-depth guide to all the trail networks, most of the trail networks in and around Burlington area. So today we're at Perry Hill out in Waterbury, which is part of the WADA local chapter. So they're going to be responsible for the trail networks in the Waterbury area. So shout out to those guys. Those are the ones making this all possible. So this guy does start off a little bit of a punchy climb. Also, this is two-way traffic, so very, very important to keep looking up, just watching for riders coming through here, just because it is a bit of a high-speed section. The pristine trails, good dirt. So typically we like to start off on some of the easier trails and then work our way up to the hard ones. So if you guys want to skip ahead and watch some of the more difficult trails, then you guys can skip ahead. I will include time codes in the description for the beginning of each trail, so you can just click on those and it'll bring you to the beginning of the trail if you don't want to watch the entirety of the video. All right, so we just got to the top, kind of that first climb. We have the Campfire exit off to the left of us, and then coming up on our right, we're going to have the exit for Rastaman and Disneyland. We got this new little climb here. Alrighty. Alright, so this is one of the first key intersections you're going to come to. So you can either climb up this way, which we'll show you one of the alternate climbs, or climb up the way we just did. You can go left here for Campfire S'mores, or you can go right for the upper trails like Joe's and Burning Spear, Rastaman, all that jazz. These trails tend to be a little bit easier. It does start off with this kind of punchy little technical section. It's definitely a bit of a challenge to clear. Still a lot of fun, but definitely hard one to start off with. So Perry is definitely, you know, got some pretty advanced technical riding to it, both with the features and just technicality of the trails, with a lot of rock features and things like that. But it also does have some fun flowy stuff like s'mores. So if you're not super comfortable riding tech, then there is some options for you. It's also a great place, you know, as you could see earlier, we were on the Pumptrack, so a lot of people bring their kids here. It's just a fun place to hang out. And here we're coming up to a split. Now, right is going to be the exit for Joe's, and then we're going to go towards Campfire / S'mores. All right, so then you're going to come into this big open area. Looks like North Beach in Burlington. Got a couple little signs. Feel free to read those about safety. We want everyone staying safe out here. All right, we're gonna go into Campfire now. It's a little chunky up top. He's gonna just cruise right through it. That's what he does. All right, now we're gonna hit Campfire. So you're gonna stick right there. Left is gonna be for s'mores. Up over the rock to a turn. Woo! Haven't ridden this one in a long time. Woo! Again, WADA does an incredible job maintaining these trails. Yeah, getting it. Woo! Oh, into a little rock section here. Oh, now we're gonna go up some rocks. Doo-doo-doo. Nothing too crazy, just having fun. All right, now there's a little go around to the right there. Drop into that guy, into another corner. So this is a great trail, you know, for your, you know, slight beginner to intermediate level rider. You know, you can take it at really any trail speed. Woo. Oh, so much fun. Whoa. But, you know, if you are that intermediate to advanced rider, it just means you can ride a little bit faster. If you're a beginner, then this is a good trail to kind of come practice and work on some technical skills like cornering, but also just riding through some tech. We're gonna make a right there to stay on Campfire.
Right, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
I said have a good ride. I'm an idiot. They're not on bikes. They're running. So here we are. We're back at the double track as the exit of Campfire. Okay, so now we're gonna hit s'mores. So same stretch as we did before with Campfire, but now we're gonna take a left. So this is probably one of the most popular trails here. It's Perry Hill. Woo! Little gap, gap again, gap a third time. Onto the rock, whoop! Nice. Pump that. Whoop! Whoop! Now you gotta be careful because it does get a little sandy. As you can see, I almost just went down. Whoop! Alright. Yeah. This guy gets a little whoop! Whoop! Super fun, flowy, jumpy. Up, over the rock, over the root, woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah, Jimbo. Onto the bank. Last two turns. Yeah. Sick. We're going to start climbing up to Burning Spear. This way, to these trails, is definitely going to be a slightly more technical climb than heading to Campfire S'mores area. So one of the big splits, you can go right here to Rastaman, or we're gonna go left. This is gonna take you to Joe's, and as well as Six Flags, but we are going to take this to Permission so that we can go up to Burning Spear. Go left to Joe's, right to Permission. We're gonna take Permission, and this is gonna take us up to Burning Spear, which is all the way at the top of Perry Hill. Leela is leading the way. All right, and now we're gonna go left here to stay on Permission. Scotch tape is going to be the connector from Burning Spear to Joe's. This guy, again, is gonna be more of a technical rocky rooty climb with lots of switchbacks, make it efficient going up. All right, so we're getting to top of Permission now. Gonna drop into Burning Spear. Oh, not clipped in. All right, so here we are. We took the rock line off to the right here. Woo, it's a little muddy, so it's a little spicy. Now there is a go around to the left. So the best way I could describe Burning Spear is it's got a lot of like decent sized rocks on it that create some funky lines, but I would say there's not necessarily like a clear A, B, C to it, so we're not gonna really spend much time going over those, but you know, definitely something to take a look at before you dive into them. Oh yeah, Jimmy getting real stylish up in here. Woo! And with all these features, there is going to be a go around. So again, ride within your comfort zone. Don't try anything too crazy. I'm going to take a little rock roll. And then we got a rock. Again, go around to the left. Into the rock roll on the right. Super fun. So this trail definitely does have some pedally sections to it. It's also got some tight little things to get through. All right, come to a split. Whew. So now we just finished Burning Spear and we're actually gonna take it into Rastaman. There is this trail off to the right of me, which is the entrance to Rastaman if you're pedaling up to it and you don't ride Burning Spear. But since we're gonna kind of connect the two, which is a pretty fun loop, we're just gonna take this left at the bottom of Burning Spear into Rastaman. So again, pretty fun little rock features here. Try and pump this section as much as possible over that route. Woo. So we are on Rastaman now. We're stopping for a second. So with Rastaman, there definitely are some sections to it where there's a few different line choices that you definitely want to kind of break down, take a look at, and figure out what is best for yourself. Again, this is more of this is a black diamond trail, so definitely going to be more for that intermediate to expert level rider for sure. This also definitely has some more memorable features on it that we'll go over. But as I said, this is kind of one of the first sections that you definitely want to take a look at. So we're going to pop down and take a look. Here we got Leela coming back up. She just rode through it.
So as we take on the entrance, sorry.
No,
as we take on the entrance.
Take on me, baby.
So once you're in this section, I like to take the lower line down through here because it's a little bit smoother, and then start to cut high towards the end.
I generally come through and take the high line right here until about halfway, and then I cut down low right where that supporting log is.
There we go. So as you're approaching the bottom of this section, again, there's a couple different ways you can go. You're going to have a rock roll off to the left here with a pretty hard compression right there. And then you have this kind of route line here, but it sets you up for the corner. It's a slightly harder turn to make. And then you can come to the right here and take this kind of rock chunky section, and even within this section alone there's a few different lines, so kind of whatever you want to do through this section. It's a really cool spot. You can get really creative through here. It is, you know, pretty challenging, so just be careful, be conscious. But I'm gonna have those guys ride through and you'll kind of see some of their lines and what they like to do. All right, so we got Sam coming through. He's on his high line. Let's take that little roll, then go outside through here. All right, and then he kind of takes that Rudy line that doesn't have the best turn at the bottom, but now we got Leela coming through. So she's gonna go low and then cut high. There we go. To the rocks. Woo! Sweet. And then cut into that Rudy section like Sam. All right, so Jimmy's gonna come through for another pass. Up. All right, so now I'm gonna drop in and I'm gonna do my own little thing. Here we go. Come in, drop low, and go high. Now we're coming up to easily one of the most intimidating features at Perry Hill is the bridge.
Oh my god. That's a drop.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're just gonna go around those guys. Now we're gonna come into this little section here, a little more high speed. Woo! Super fun. Really like this. Here we go. The Rastaman Roller. Got a couple different lines here. The easiest line into the Rastaman Roller is actually going to be kind of taking it to the left a bit. The line that's going to kind of make you come into it with a little more speed is going to be off to the right here, just because it does have a little bit of a roller into it. So definitely pretty spicy. Jimmy's going to go through it and show us how it's done. So he's going to go to a slightly harder line. Whoop! Holy smokes. All right, so Jimmy gave it a little hop into the roller, which is definitely pretty crazy. How did that make you feel?
The air's smoother than the ground. I don't know.
Yeah, but that is a gnarly roller to air into, so you don't have to do that. The safer thing is probably to not do that, but Jimmy knows what he's doing. He's a good rider, so definitely props to him because that was sick. So if you don't want to hit the roller, there is a go around here. If you just, you know, we came in from that section. If you come in and kind of just follow the flow of it, I'm gonna take the easier line to the left here. Just kind of go. I'm gonna stay on the brakes just to make that compression not quite as hard coming into it. And there we go. All right, so now we're gonna come to this little wood feature. Whoop, fun. Pop out of it. Watch out for the understory. Off to our right here is going to be the exit for Disneyland. So again, want to watch out for people coming through here. We're actually going to go up kind of the new climb. Before, if you've been here in years past, it's kind of new last year, or maybe the year before that, they have this new climb now. And you're just going to follow this back to the Doubletrack that we originally climbed up when we first got here.